Hi everyone! In today's video, I'm going to show you a simple yet super effective way to care for your orchids, especially when they seem slow to grow. We'll be using a natural fertilizer that's not only easy to make at home, but also incredibly helpful in boosting your orchid's health and growth. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel so we can keep growing together and sharing more plant care tips. Alright, let's get into it. Now, to keep your orchid healthy and thriving, the first thing we need to do is remove any weeds, black moss, or rotting roots. These can block airflow, trap too much moisture, and create the perfect conditions for disease. So make sure everything around the base of the plant is clean and tidy. It's a small step, but it makes a big difference in the long run. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is take a spray bottle filled with clean, room temperature water and gently mist the entire plant, from the leaves to the aerial roots. Now, this might seem like a small step, but it actually plays a really important role in helping your orchid absorb nutrients better. When we mist the plant like this, what we're really doing is waking it up. The moisture encourages the stomata, which are these tiny openings mostly found on the underside of the leaves, to open up. Think of stomata like little breathing holes. When they open, the plant can better exchange gases, take in humidity, and most importantly, absorb nutrients from whatever solution we apply next. Plus, misting also helps increase local humidity around the orchid, which is something they naturally love. It mimics their native tropical environment, where moisture is often in the air, and helps reduce plant stress. Alright, now let's get some cinnamon powder ready. Just regular ground cinnamon, the same kind you might use in the kitchen, works perfectly. Cinnamon is actually an amazing natural antifungal and antibacterial agent. Use 1 spoon. Like this. Now go ahead and pour about 500 milliliters of warm water into a clean container. We're going to use this to help dissolve the cinnamon powder. Warm water works best because it helps release the beneficial compounds in the cinnamon more effectively. Stir the solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. Prepare 1 aloe vera leaf. If you have a plant at home, just cut off a mature, thick leaf. Those are usually packed with gel. Aloe vera is amazing for orchids. Now we're going to cut the aloe vera leaf into small pieces. Doing this helps release all the beneficial compounds inside the leaf, especially the gel, which is packed with nutrients, vitamins like B and C, amino acids, and natural growth hormones. By cutting it into smaller chunks, we increase the surface area, which makes it easier for those good things to mix into water or blend into a solution later on. It's kind of like unlocking everything the plant has to offer, so your orchid can soak it all up more effectively. Put it into the jar. Pour 500 milliliters of water. stir the solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. After about 30 minutes, once all the nutrients from the cinnamon powder have had time to infuse into the water, go ahead and give the mixture a good stir to make sure everything is nicely blended. Then, we're going to strain the solution using a fine mesh strainer or cloth to remove any leftover cinnamon particles. What we want is that rich, slightly golden liquid. That's where all the antifungal and healing properties are. It's gentle, natural, and super helpful for keeping your orchid healthy and protected, especially after repotting or pruning. Once we've strained the cinnamon water and it's ready to go, the next step is to mix in the aloe vera. Just take those small aloe pieces we cut earlier, or the gel if you've already scooped it out, and add them straight into the cinnamon solution. Give it a gentle stir so everything starts to blend together. This mix is super powerful because you're combining two natural powerhouses: cinnamon, which protects the plant by fighting off bacteria and fungi, and aloe vera, which boosts growth, strengthens the roots, and helps the plant recover from stress. Alright, so the first step we're going to do is use this special mixture, the aloe vera and cinnamon water, to gently clean the leaves of our orchid. And honestly, this part is super important. You see, aloe vera is packed with vitamins, enzymes, and minerals that help the orchid stay lush and green. It's like giving your plant a boost of natural energy, helping it recover from any stress or damage it might have gone through. Meanwhile, cinnamon acts as a natural guardian, fighting off bacteria and fungi that can cause problems like leaf spots or root rot. So when you combine these two, you're basically creating a gentle, natural tonic for your orchid's leaves. Now, when you start wiping the top side of the leaves, you're actually helping the plant in a really cool way. The surface of the leaf has these tiny little openings called stomata. Think of them as the plant's breathing pores. When you clean off any dust or grime on the top, you help these stomata open up more easily. And why does that matter? Well, these pores are essential for photosynthesis. That's how the plant takes in sunlight and carbon dioxide to make its food. So the cleaner the top surface, the better your orchid can breathe and produce energy, which means it grows stronger and more vibrant. On the flip side, the underside of the leaves is often where dust, dirt, and even tiny pests like red spider mites like to hang out. Cleaning the underside is just as important because it clears away all that buildup and lets the stomata underneath do their job properly. When the underside is clean, your orchid can regulate moisture better and exchange gases freely. Basically, it helps the plant stay balanced and healthy. Something to keep in mind: it's best to do this wiping either in the morning or in the late afternoon or evening. Why? Because the sun isn't as intense then, so the plant can absorb the nutrients from the aloe and cinnamon mixture without getting stressed or sunburned. If you wipe your orchid when the sun is blazing overhead, the moisture on the leaves can act like tiny magnifying glasses and actually burn the leaves, which we definitely want to avoid. So timing really matters here. And hey, if you can, try to do this leaf cleaning once or twice a week. It doesn't take long, but it makes a huge difference over time. You'll start noticing your orchid looking fresher, with leaves that shine with health, and you'll give your plant the best chance to bloom beautifully and keep growing strong. So yeah, even though it might seem like a small, simple thing, wiping your orchid's leaves with this natural aloe and cinnamon mix is like giving it a little spa day. It refreshes the plant, helps protect it, and keeps it thriving in the long run. Alright, so for step 2, what we're going to do is take that aloe vera and cinnamon mixture, you know, the one we prepared earlier, and pour it into a spray bottle to create a fine mist. This method is honestly a game changer, especially for those of you who have busy schedules, but still want to keep your orchid collection looking lush and vibrant without spending hours on plant care every day. Using a spray bottle to mist the orchid with this natural solution makes the plant's life a lot easier. Instead of soaking the roots or leaves with heavy water, which can sometimes lead to issues like root rot if done too much, misting creates a gentle and even layer of moisture that the orchid can absorb little by little. This kind of gentle hydration is actually how orchids are used to receiving water in their natural environment in the wild. They often get moisture from the air in the form of mist and light rain rather than heavy watering. Now, this misting doesn't just provide moisture. It also helps the orchid absorb those powerful nutrients from the aloe vera and cinnamon. Since orchids can take in nutrients not only through their roots, but also through their leaves and aerial roots, spraying the solution directly onto those areas ensures the plant gets the full benefit. The aloe vera brings in vitamins, amino acids, and natural growth hormones, while the cinnamon helps protect the plant from pests and fungal infections. Together, this spray acts like a natural tonic, giving your orchid an all-around health boost. Another big plus is how misting raises the humidity around your plants. Orchids naturally thrive in humid, tropical climates where the air is moist and warm. When the surrounding air is more humid, the orchid's roots can breathe easier and won't dry out as fast. The leaves stay fresh and don't get crispy or shriveled. This balanced moisture environment supports both root and leaf development, making sure your orchid grows strong from the inside out. Here's a cool fact you might find interesting. Orchids have special aerial roots that can absorb water and nutrients right from the air. So spraying them with this nutrient-rich mist helps those roots soak up everything they need without having to depend entirely on watering the soil or bark. It's like giving your orchid a refreshing shower full of vitamins and natural defenses. So, moving on to step 3, what we're going to do is give the orchid a really good, thorough watering using that aloe vera and cinnamon mixture. This isn't just a quick spray anymore. Here, we want the roots to soak up all those amazing minerals and nutrients deeply. When you water your orchid like this, the roots have a chance to fully absorb the natural goodness from the aloe and cinnamon, which helps them grow stronger and healthier from the inside out. We recommend doing this deep watering about 3 times every 2 weeks. That way, your orchid gets a consistent supply of those vital nutrients without being overwhelmed. But here's an important thing to keep in mind. You only want to let the roots soak in this solution for about 20 minutes at most. If you leave the roots sitting in the water for too long, it can actually backfire. The roots might start to rot because they're getting too much moisture and not enough oxygen, which is a common problem if orchids are overwatered. Now, Talking about the minerals in aloe vera and cinnamon. Aloe vera is rich in vitamins like A, C, and E, along with amino acids and enzymes that promote cell growth and repair. These compounds help the roots heal faster if they're damaged and encourage new root development, which means your orchid can take up water and nutrients more efficiently. Cinnamon, on the other hand, acts as a natural antifungal and antibacterial agent. It protects the roots from harmful pathogens that could cause rot or other diseases, giving your orchid a safer, healthier environment to grow. Soak it for 20 minutes. After letting the orchid soak in the nutrient-rich aloe vera and cinnamon solution for about 20 minutes, it's time to carefully remove the plant from the mixture. This soaking period allows the roots to fully absorb the essential minerals and benefits from the solution. But it's important not to leave the plant in the liquid any longer to avoid oversaturation. Gently lifting the orchid out ensures you don't damage the delicate roots. And by doing this, you're helping the plant take in exactly what it needs without risking root rot or other issues caused by prolonged exposure to moisture. After 24 days of consistent attention and using the aloe vera and cinnamon treatments, the leaves of your orchid will show remarkable improvements. First off, you'll notice that the color has deepened into a rich, vibrant green. Not just any green, but a lush, almost glossy tone that reflects the plant's renewed vitality. The leaves will feel firmer to the touch, indicating they're fully hydrated and healthy inside, rather than soft or wilted like before. If you look closely, the leaf surfaces will be smooth and free from any dust, dullness, or damage. You won't see any yellowing edges or brown tips, which often signal nutrient deficiencies or stress. The texture of the leaves will be more resilient and supple, not brittle or dry, but pleasantly flexible, which means the plant's cellular structure is strong and functioning well. You might even catch a subtle, natural shine reflecting off the surface, as if the leaves have been lightly polished by nature itself. After 24 days of consistent care using the aloe vera and cinnamon solution, you'll see a remarkable transformation in your orchid's root system. Healthy roots will look plump and firm, showing they're well hydrated and full of life. Their color typically shifts to a vibrant light green or silvery gray hue, which means the velamen, spongy outer layer of the roots is functioning properly to absorb moisture and nutrients from the environment. When you gently touch the roots, they should feel supple yet sturdy, not brittle or dried out. This balance of firmness and flexibility is a strong indicator that the roots are healthy and capable of supporting the plant effectively. The root tips, especially, will look smooth and rounded without any signs of browning or softness, which are common symptoms of root rot or damage. And that's it for today's Orchid Care Update. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this journey to healthier, stronger plants. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a tip. Drop a comment below to share your own orchid stories or questions. I love hearing from you.